were recruited especially because they were good at maneuvering through the thick jungle to help rescue shot down American soldiers. My father fought in the war, and he was trained as a medical tech. When the Vietnam War ended and the Americans pulled out of Laos, the Hmong were targeted to be annihilated. My father gathered our family from Long Chang and returned to his village to warn his village of what would become of our country and to recruit families to flee to safety to the neighboring country of Thailand. Due to the uncertainty of the unknown, and of course not wanting to leave their homeland, and the belief that no harm would come, many families did not want to flee. In fact, the 30 families that my father recruited from his village, by morning time, nobody had wanted to leave. He also took his 2 younger brothers during our flee, and my grandfather tracked my 2 uncles back home to the village. My father and his brothers were separated for close to over 20 years until my father later sponsored him to the U.S. to be reunited with us. On our flee to Thailand in 1975, I recall my father secretly warning other villages as we stopped to rest and to recruit them to flee with us. I believe he only gathered 2 additional families on our flee. Please note, each Hmong person's journey and escape from Laos to Thailand via the thick jungle and crossing the deadly Mekong River that separated Laos and Thailand, each person's journey and flee is different depending on the time and the condition of the aftermath of the war. Each year as I get older, my memories of my family fleeing fades more and more away. What I still remember is me being the youngest of 6 children. At age 5, my father carrying me on his shoulder, even though his back was already with a backpack fully loaded. I recall we had traveled all morning through a damp, rainy weather, and my feet and calf were mud cake thick. At one point, I recall my father taking his machete and really scraping, literally, off the mud. Fortunately, due to my father's high intelligence and knowledge, he was able to get us out of Laos to Thailand safely, including all border crossings. At the border crossings, my father had the intelligence to tell the patrollers that he was a professor moving his family to teach in Thailand rather than letting them know that we were fleeing. We arrived in Thailand before there were any designated refugee camp. The second memory I have is that my father literally going into the hills in Thailand to chop off bamboos to build us a hut. Our family was sponsored by a church in Denver, Colorado, and we arrived in the U.S. in the winter of November 1976. I stand before you today as a Wisconsinite and to commemorate and honor the Hmong who each journey in escaping war to safety, again, is different. Each of us have an immigrant story to tell as a result of our part in the Vietnam War, or the Secret War, as known to many. Thank you for inviting me today. I'd like to join for you to also help me in a little bit here have ntawv, who is a well-known master qeej Hmong chanter. He is globally known around the world. He has learned qeej at the age of 8, and later on at age 10 took on Hmong instruments that are very prominently known in our culture. Today he is a master player, and he'll demonstrate that for us. The qeej that you will will see Nyiaj playing is probably the most highly regarded instrument in our culture. This qeej is a wooden resonator with a PVC mouthpiece and 6 pipes. Each qeej is handmade with careful craftsmanship. When played, each note symbolizes a word, and it speaks to us. Qeej players perform long hours at funerals. In fact, Nyiaj is taking a break from a funeral that's happening in Green Bay now to be here with us today. The qeej player performs long hours at funerals to help send off the deceased's spirit to their next life. And they also perform at New Year celebrations, where they are known as storytellers and often dance while they're playing the qeej. Please at this time help me welcome Nyiaj Paul to the stage. I'm going to interpret a few words. Very nice to meet all of you friends and everyone that's in this audience today, including the players, the orchestra.
Cô hãy cứ chia nhắc cho chúng ở chia plong tại nhắc cho họ cái xe mô hình video không đủ thế thì những nào cũng cho họ người để cũng cho cái chuyện cả được chi lúc chồng này lúc nào cũng tôi chơi họ cần thiết cần phải sai một kiện.
He has been a master qeej or monk chanter since 2004. He is very happy that he's been in Wisconsin and Green Bay here for 5 years, and today he is happy to perform the qeej for us today.
Okay, cho nên là dòng nó của thọ gì của chúng ta bảo của chúng ta của cho mày tôi rồi của ta đang tới rồi này chúng ta lúc số giống tác sĩ của nhau có những nhà trong này sai lười nghe lười rồi cho mua xe hàng của ta các tour của nhau cho mày tôi cái này là lúc số.
Usually the qeej master player or any qeej performer has a modernized microphone that they put on the windpipe so that you could hear. He said unfortunately he was not prepared to do so today, so he's going to do his very best to perform for you all today without that microphone piece.